Most men don't chase strength, they chase stability. They want to feel unshakable, unaffected, in control. And over time, many men come to believe that strength looks like one thing: not needing much, not reacting much, not letting things get to you. From the outside, this looks solid. From the inside, it's often something else entirely, because a lot of what men call strength is actually emotional restriction. And restriction can feel powerful until it starts costing you connection, clarity, and ease. Most men think strength means being unaffected. If nothing touches you, nothing can break you. But being untouched isn't strength, it's distance. Strength isn't about feeling less, it's about being able to feel without falling apart. A man who shuts down emotion isn't strong. He's managing vulnerability quietly. Real strength is capacity, the ability to stay present when something matters. This confusion usually starts early. Boys are praised for toughness, composure, and independence. You fall, or down Ray, you're told to walk it off. You're hurt, you're told not to dwell on it. You're overwhelmed, you're told to handle it. And slowly, a lesson forms. Strength means not needing support. So men grow up believing that needing reassurance, clarity, rest, or understanding is a liability. They start associating strength with emotional minimalism, less feeling, less expression, and less need. But strength isn't about, needing less. It's about being able to handle more. There's a difference. Men often confuse, emotional restriction for strength. They believe that if they can, limit what they feel, they're powerful. But strength isn't about shrinking your inner world. It's about expanding your capacity to hold it. If your strength depends on avoiding emotion, it's fragile, because life will eventually press on the part you're suppressing. Here's what emotional restriction looks like in real life. A man stays calm during conflict, but disengages internally. He doesn't raise his voice, doesn't argue much. I think he's being strong. But what's actually happening is withdrawal. Strength isn't absence. Strength is engagement without collapse. Many men believe strength means certainty, having answers, being decisive, not appearing confused. So they avoid saying, I don't know, I need time. That affected me, because those statements feel destabilizing. But true strength doesn't require certainty. It requires self-trust. Or a strong man doesn't need to appear certain all the time. He trusts himself enough to admit uncertainty. Certainty is a posture. Strength is a foundation. Postures get exhausting. Foundations hold even when you're tired. If being strong feels heavy, it's often because you're holding tension instead of trust. There's a hidden cost to the version of strength many men adopt. It looks like control on the surface, but internally, it requires constant monitoring. Now, what should I say? What shouldn't I feel? What reaction is acceptable? That level of self-management drains energy. Not immediately, but over time. This is why some men feel tired without knowing why. They're not exhausted from doing too much. They're exhausted from holding too much in. If your version of strength feels draining, something is off. Strength shouldn't require constant effort. When strength feels heavy, it's often because you're suppressing instead of regulating. Real strength is relaxed self-belief, not rigid self-control. Let's talk about how this shows up in relationships. A man avoids emotional conversations because he doesn't want to lose control. He keeps things practical, solution-focused. He believes this is strength. But his partner experiences distance, not because he's weak, but because he's inaccessible. Strength that prevents connection eventually isolates. A short example: a man hears something that hurts him. Instead of acknowledging it, he says nothing. He stays composed. Later, he feels resentment, but doesn't know why. That resentment didn't come from the comment. It came from self-silencing. Many men think staying silent is strength, But silence used to avoid discomfort isn't strength. It's self-protection. Strength isn't shutting down reaction. And it's responding honestly without losing yourself. When you silence yourself to look strong, you trade connection for control. Here's the reframe that changes everything. Strength isn't about not needing support. It's about not collapsing when you do. Strong men don't deny vulnerability. They integrate it. If this is resonating, pause for a moment. Not to judge yourself, but to notice where your idea of strength came from. And if this kind of clarity helps, you're welcome to stay connected. This channel isn't about changing men. It's about helping them stop carrying what they were never meant to carry alone. Strength also isn't dominance. It isn't control over others. It's self-regulation. The ability to feel anger without exploding, fear without freezing, sadness without collapsing. That's strength. Many men were never taught that. They were taught avoidance instead. And avoidance looks stable until life asks for presence. Strength isn't dominance, it's regulation. It's staying present with emotion without being ruled by it. Men don't lose strength by feeling, they lose it by abandoning themselves. Real strength is internal stability, not emotional absence. If you've built your identity around being strong, this might feel uncomfortable. That's okay. Discomfort doesn't mean weakness. It means recalibration. Here's the quiet truth. What many men call strength was originally a survival strategy. And survival strategies don't need to be dismantled. They need to be updated. If this helped you see strength differently, let it settle. You don't need to change how you show up overnight. Just notice where control has replaced trust. And if you want more conversations like this, calm, grounded, and focused on men's inner lives, you're welcome to stay connected. Strength isn't something you perform. It's something you carry with ease.